What's up, guys? Can't tell you how many people have asked me what's in my bag. So I figured it was time to take you guys through what is in the GSV golf bag. And let's just talk about the bag really quick. It's pretty straightforward. It's a G4 camo stand bag. Nothing too special. One thing I really like in a golf bag is a magnetic, quick open pocket. That way you can grab your rangefinder or anything else that you want quick access to. Everything else is pretty straightforward in this bag. I mean, it's got good storage, waterproof in most areas, which is pretty cool. You can see the zippers and everything are waterproof. So it's got some nice features. It's comfortable. It's very light, which I think is nice for a stand bag, so you can go out and you can walk and no issues. But let's just take you through everything really quick. So wedges to start off. Probably the two oldest in my bag, probably ready to be replaced, are this 50 and 54. They're a 10 bounce S grind, both of them, and these are the Mac Daddy 4s. All right, so should you replace your wedges every year? I mean, if you're a heavy player and the grooves are really wearing down, it's possible. I mean, I really think that if you're a player that needs that exact spin, it's something that you should consider. I don't think I either play enough or am that specific on my wedge spin where that's necessary, but I do find that those are probably reaching the end of a life cycle to where I need to look at it. My 58, which I play so much out on the course and practice with, it was time, so I replaced it with another 10S. It's a 58, but this is the new Jaws Raw. So doesn't look a whole lot different. You can see I'm already getting a lot of wear on that. It's just one of those go-to approach clubs that I find myself inside 100 yards or so, chipping around the green, everything out of the sand. I mean, that is just my go-to club for so many shots. Irons, okay, so these are just straightforward, Apex Callaways, all right? Nothing crazy. I was fit for them a few years ago, and the difference was, this is the Elevate Shaft 95 Stiff Flex, so nothing crazy. What I like about these is that I went from a game improvement iron when I quit golf for so long and came back in, and I needed something that was a workable iron, that wasn't a player's iron. I don't feel like I'm close to that type of gameplay, but notice how it just has a nice look. It's not like a big thick club. It has a nice feel. I'm able to work shots easily with it. It's still a little forgiving, but it also doesn't have that sweet spot where if you hit that sweet spot, it's going 10 yards too far like some cavity backs are known for. That's just something that I needed to get away from, and I'm not that worried about distance. I feel like I've got a good swing now where I can control maybe a little fade, maybe a straight shot, maybe a draw to squeeze some distance, and that allows me to really gap my irons where I need to be. And that's a pitching wedge through a 4-iron. All right, so let's just take you through distances real quick. So 58 degree up to 100 yards. My 50 degree is about 100 to about 110 or 15 if I squeeze it. I'm sorry, 54 degree would be 100 yards to 110 or 115 if I squeeze it. And then my 50 degree would be that 110 to 120 or so club, and then from there it's pitching wedge, 10-yard gaps or so, all the way up to where my 4-iron can get me to about 215, all right, if I'm hitting it well. And that brings us to our next club here, which is one of the, this might be as old as those wedges, but it got replaced at one point. So this is a 3 hybrid, all right, a Rogue X, all right. You can see it's an 18 degree. And I actually had the face crack on me a year and a half or so in, and Callaway, no questions asked, replaced it. Might have been less than a year in. I don't know what happened there, but it's in good shape, and it has an Even Flow Project X. What is that? A 6.0 S, 85 gram, and I just like this club. I like the way it looks. I like the way it feels. I can hit it anywhere from about 220 to maybe 230 if I'm getting a hold of it, and it's just a really nice club to get out of the rough. More of a recovery club if I need that. They call it a rescue club, in between that 4-iron and 3-wood. And we'll have to talk about the 3-wood here. It's not my favorite club in the bag right now, unfortunately. I got fit for it the same time as my latest driver. It's a Sim 2. All right, you can see it's a 15 degree. And this has a Ventus Blue 7S in it, all right? And for whatever reason, I don't know what it is yet, and I just probably need to get some lessons. It's just the least consistent club in my bag. And I know it's the user, it's not the club. You can see how new this grip is, and it's just because I'm scared to hit this club. I mean, it's as simple as that. So, I mean, that thing's like new. I mean, I'm getting better. You know, I'm starting to practice with it, and I need to, because the facts are is when I'm hitting this well, this club can get me anywhere from that 235, 240 range all the way up to 260 if I smoke it. I mean, it's just an amazing club. So I need to get some more practice in, and I need to dial in my 3-wood because I know how useful that can be, especially on those par 5s where you're trying to reach a green in 2. And then let's look at probably my favorite club in the bag right now, which is this Sim 2. So this is an 8 degree. I was shocked when I went to get fit. When would I get fit for this? Almost 2 years ago, I want to say. I went from a 10.5 down to an 8 degree. You want to talk about, you know, making sure that you get fit for clubs. My swing changed, and let me tell you, everything changed because I'm hitting low spin driver shots now, high launch, and I'm carrying the ball upwards of, you know, 280 plus when I hit it really, really well. And that's just a game changer. This is a Ventus black shaft, which I think has a lot to do with it, 6S, all right? And this was just a game changer for me. You want to talk about going down several clubs approaching into the green, you know, driving par 4s when able. It just changed everything. And I'll be full disclosure, I have a Stealth driver over here. All right, so this is a Stealth Plus model, all right, 8 degree, and I've hit it a fair amount, and it has that carbon face, but I think the look and the sound are just making it challenging for me right now to switch. So I just haven't switched yet. It's a different look, you can see, you know, versus that white surround, you know, just different look overall. So no, I have not switched yet, but I'm considering it. It's similar numbers. I'm not really seeing anything, you know, drastically different, and so maybe that's why I haven't made the switch yet. But let's go to probably it's the most important club in your bag. I don't care what anyone says, it is. So this is my Cobra putter, 3D printed putter. All right, I don't care what anybody says. This is the most important club in your bag. It's what's gonna save you strokes. It's what's gonna put scores in. So this is the King Cobra mallet. I can't tell you how, for my whole life, I hit a blade putter, and then I switched to this mallet. I think they pronounce this, it's a Swedish name. It's actually, I believe, a name of a race car. Agera, I believe is how they pronounce it. Don't hold me to it if it's wrong. I mean, you can comment below and let me know how they pronounce it, but I believe that's how they pronounce it. And then, of course, you know, their claim to fame on this is this sick face technology. So let's see if I can hold it up here properly. It goes from like 1 to 5 degrees. It's going to be tough to get that to focus in for you guys. Essentially what it does is it allows you to hit the ball on different spots on the face. And I mean, that's decent right there. Let's see if I can squeeze on the side. There you go. And you can see how that has that angle on the face, and it changes from the bottom to the top. And that way, depending on where you hit the ball, it's going to allow for a better roll. And I did not get fit for this. It's a 34, and I feel like it's just everything about it. See if I can get this to focus in. I mean, it's really cool how it's 3D printed. But the way that it feels, the balance, the look, the super stroke grip, I feel like it just fits right in my hands. But my hands, I don't think were as good as they used to be. I mean, don't get me wrong. I've worked with a coach on setup and just overall, you know, putting in general. But this allows me to keep my path and my face steady, unlike ever before. And I've just noticed a drastic improvement in my putting. And the interesting part is it's not just hitting it on line, it's the distance. The ability to get the ball to the hole at a proper distance really was a game changer for me once I switched to this. So, you know, it's something you might want to consider. You know, you have that old putter in your bag that's, you know, starting to get a little rusty, and, you know, you love it and you don't want to switch because you've played it forever. Well, guess what? I was the same way. And I made a drastic change, and I feel like my scores went down right away when I made the change. So this may not be the right putter for you, that's for sure. You might be completely different. So you need to go out and experiment, try different things and see what works for you. My recommendation, get with your local PGA professional and do a proper fitting. I couldn't believe that driver. That was just a game changer. You need to get fit for your clubs. It doesn't matter if you're a 25 handicap or you're a scratch golfer. Getting fit for your clubs, in my opinion, is one of the most important things you could do for your game, let alone getting lessons and just getting out there and playing. But so hey, what's in my bag? You have the full rundown of the GSV Studio. People have been asking probably for years now, what's in the GSV bag, and I apologize. There's so many things to cover. I haven't had a chance to do it, and now is a perfect opportunity. I will tell you guys, I have everything all lined up to go down to the 2023 PGA merchandise show. So golf simulator videos will be there. We'll be covering the latest of all the technology and golf world. So I look forward to being down there, talking to my various, partners and OEMs and learning about all the new latest and greatest things coming out. So stay tuned for some awesome things coming from the 2023 PGA merchandise show. This is what's in my bag, the GSV edition. You guys take care. We'll talk to you soon.